Hey y'all, it's Stacy with SouthernBite.com. Let me show you how easy it is to make my simple cucumber and onion salad. If you love this recipe, do me a favor, like this video and then subscribe to our channel. That way you'll get a notification every time we post great new recipes. There aren't many summers at my house that happen without some of this cucumber and onion salad in the fridge. It's simple, it's easy, it's fresh, it's a great snack, it's a great side. It's just the perfect thing to have on hand, especially during those summer months. Now, I'm gonna start with about 5 to 6 pickling cucumbers. Now, these are my favorite. They're pickling cucumbers, sometimes they're called salad cucumbers, they're Kirby cucumbers. You can also use an English cucumber. You'll need 2 to 3 of those, but these are always my favorite. Something about the flavor and the texture of these, because they remind me the most of a homegrown cucumber, and I remember my parents always growing cucumbers in the garden, so maybe it's something about that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel these. The thing for me is that I like to leave just a hint of that dark green peel on the cucumber just to give it a little bit of color. The peel can be a little bitter though, so you don't wanna leave it on totally, but you can see how I've just shaved almost all of it and just left just a hint of that green just around the edges. Of course, you can peel these completely if you want to. Now, once we're done, we're gonna slice these. Now, I like to slice them pretty thin, but it's totally up to you. Slice them as thick or as thinly as you'd like. All right, you can see that by leaving just that peak of peel right there, it just adds really cool, interesting color to this. I've got a large container here. You could also use a bowl. We're gonna put our cucumbers right in there. I like to use a container like this because what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our dressing, pour it over there, and then every now and then just walk through and give it a little bit of a shake, and having a container like this makes that really easy. Next is our onion. I'm gonna use about half of a sweet onion, like a Vidalia. What I'm gonna do is just thinly slice about half of this onion. Now, I get questions sometimes about using a different type of onion. I like the sweetness that a sweet onion gives this, and I like the flavor of something like a Vidalia, but you could use a white onion, a yellow onion. You could even use like a red or a purple onion. Just keep in mind that that color from the red or purple onion is gonna tint your dressing and your cucumbers a little pink. All right, I got that all cleaned up. Let's make our dressing. So in a bowl here, I'm gonna take a half a cup of water. I've got a half a cup of white vinegar. I've got 2 teaspoons of regular granulated white sugar and about a teaspoon of salt. Next, I'm going to add 1 clove of garlic that I'm gonna run through my garlic press here. And then we're just gonna whisk this together. Now, if all of your sugar and salt don't dissolve, don't stress too much about it. It's gonna marinate for quite some time and the rest of it will dissolve during that time. When it comes to the black pepper, everybody likes a little bit different amount. I like a lot of black pepper, so I'm gonna use quite a bit here. I'm gonna give this 1 more whisk. Now, here's the thing too. This is pretty versatile, so you could add some other things. You could add some fresh herbs or something like that, other seasonings or flavorings. This is just a good base. But honestly, I just really like the very simple, basic flavors that this is. I'm gonna put the lid on this, give this a shake to get all of the cucumbers and onions combined and then coated in that dressing. And then I'm gonna pop this in the fridge for about an hour. After an hour, it's ready to eat, but it's great even longer. It gives it more time for those cucumbers to kind of marinate and almost pickle in that vinegar. All right, after at least an hour, or even a day in advance if you'd want, we're gonna pull this out of the fridge and give it a taste. Again, it's tangy, it's a little sweet, it's tart. It's one of those things too where once I start, it's really hard to stop eating this. And I mean, it's relatively healthy, so it's so delicious. Folks, you can find this super easy recipe by heading over to the website at southernbite.com. Just search for simple cucumber and onion salad. Y'all enjoy.